Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So now that RuPaul's Drag Race season 11 is officially over and we are in off season. I put that in quotes because I think we all know that Drag Race UK and All Stars 5 are going to be happening pretty soon. But since we are now in our off season, I just want to talk about my feelings on season 11 overall, because I feel like a lot of people have been hating on it. And I really don't understand why. Like, rewatching the whole season, I really don't understand why. First, I want to say that I feel like season 1 of Drag Race was kind of like, you know, the fetus was still in the womb. It was still sucking on that umbilical cord juice, getting ready to come out. And then it came out, season 2 through 6, they were like the golden age. And then I feel like 7 and 8 were kind of this weird transitional period. And then 9, 10, and 11 are the new era. I feel like seasons 8 and 9, a little bit kind of 10, were like really, it was like the puberty for Drag Race. It was going through an awkward phase. It was trying to figure itself out. And now it's kind of sort of turned into its own beautiful, mature, I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say. One of the things that I hear a lot of people saying about this season is that they feel like the challenges were all really stupid, and specifically that the mini challenges were all really stupid. And personally, I was just happy that we got mini challenges this season, because seasons 9 and 10, they literally had like 1 or 2. Although, I will say, I really do want the puppet mini challenge back. But I was watching season 4 the other day, and do we really think that Fifi O'Hara carrying a literal chicken egg between her thighs is a more creative, better mini challenge?
Get set, lay an egg. Now the first queen to lay 3 eggs wins. Tossed salad and scrambled eggs. Ooh, damn! Egg drop soup, anyone?
I keep dropping my damn eggs. I'm not happy about this.
Is a more creative and better mini challenge than Love Condi coming in and teaching them aerobics or whatever. Like, I don't know. I feel like people just want to hate on this season because it's the new one. But I think that this season really showed that Drag Race got its shit together. Unlike All Stars 4, which kind of showed the complete opposite. All Stars 4 was a lot of damage control, I feel like, if you know what I mean. I think you all know what I mean. I think one of the biggest negatives of season 11 was the predictability, not only because obviously everything was leaked before the fucking season even started airing, but because the coming attractions for each episode and the sneak peeks all made it pretty obvious, I feel like. They tried way too hard to do a misdirect every time it cut to a commercial break. Like, it would show Akira getting a negative critique, but actually Akira was in the top. So, like, after the second time they do that, it's pretty obvious that it's a misdirect. Another one of the big negatives for the season was that there were just too many queens. We do not need 15 contestants. It was way too long. I felt like after episode 3, I was kind of like losing a little bit of interest. Even though there was the 6-way lip sync that episode, I was still kind of like, okay, let's get down to it, you know? Especially because the next episode was, I think, the Trump musical episode, which was probably one of the worst episodes of Drag Race in Drag Race history. Not just this season, but oof, it was horrible. And I always have such high hopes for the musicals, so it's just really disappointing that this season's musical was horrible. And I know a lot of people didn't like the Farmer musical last season, but I thought that was good. I enjoyed it. I would have been happy to be a part of that if I was on the cast. But this one, no ma'am. And another thing I do want to point out about this season is that it had a lot of really great untucked moments. I feel like the untucked this season really shined, whereas seasons 10 and seasons 9, they were kind of, I don't even remember season 8's untucked. Like, at all. I feel like, am I alone on thinking that, I feel like everyone hates season 4 the most, but like season 8 was definitely the least memorable. I feel like that was when the rumors and leaks really started. So before the cast was even released, I feel like everyone knew Bob was gonna win. Or at least be top 3 and then win, if you know what I mean. But what I was saying was, I feel like this season had a lot of really great untucked moments. While I was getting ready for this video, or as John McLean would say, for this film, I watched literally pretty much all of Untucked for season 11, because, oh, hold on, I'll get into that in a second. I watched pretty much all of Untucked for season 11, and it was good, honestly. There was a lot going on. I thought that there was a lot of nice moments, a lot of deep moments where people talked about the hardships that they faced, which I definitely think is helping a lot of young LGBTQ children watching the show. But of course, the reason we watch Untucked is for the altercations, mama. And there was definitely a lot of them, okay, watching Untucked, everything is just so much better knowing that, spoiler alert, if you haven't fucking seen it, that Evie won. Watching all of these fights, it's so much more validating. It was the same thing when Sharon won season 4, just watching Fifi act crazy, it was like, but Silky and Raja definitely don't have the same charm as a villain that Fifi has. I know a lot of people don't think that she had charm, but Fifi is such a good villain. I love Fifi O'Hara, okay? But what I was gonna say is that I think that they should put Untucked back onto YouTube because we get so much more Untucked when it's on there. There's like a solid 10 minutes that we're missing out on because they have to have commercial breaks. And I know that it's definitely not gonna happen if VH1 keeps buying Untucked because it's a separate show, but I think it would be better on YouTube. Because when you go and watch seasons 7, 8, and 9 on Untucked on YouTube, they're like 30 minutes long, but rewatching the Untucked for season 11 and 10, they're only like 18, 19 minutes because of course they have to fit in the commercial breaks. There's definitely been way too many goddamn commercial breaks throughout this season and last season and the past 2 All-Star seasons. Like, they don't need to make the whole thing 2 hours long. They should just give it an hour and a half time slot and put in like 1/4 of the commercials, but again, they obviously are not going to do that for money purposes. Oh my god, have you guys heard that they just sold the rights to Drag Race Germany as well? Is that true? I really feel like right now Drag Race is really killing the pop culture game. I mean, they are everywhere, the Drag Race queens are everywhere, RuPaul is everywhere, he has 2 new shows coming out, Monet has her Build series talk show that just came out, which has been pretty good. They just sold the rights to Drag Race Germany, so we have Drag Race UK and Drag Race Germany possibly coming, which is just crazy. I know some people really thought Drag Race was about to die, but I think it's going to be like Project Runway and Top Model, and there's going to be like 20 plus seasons of this show. And with the way All Stars is going, girl, there's going to be like 20 plus seasons of All Stars too. It's like every single girl who's been on the show is going to be on All Stars at some point. But anyway, this was just a stupid quick little video to show my appreciation for season 11 of RuPaul's Drag Race because a lot of people have been hating on it. I think it has been a wonderful season. I think that it's been a really good season. I'm very happy with the winner of the season. Congratulations to Evie Oddly. She has killed this season. She definitely deserved the win. I don't think anybody disagrees. You know, I haven't said anything about the finale at all, so I'll just say that I thought those black and white Maury bullshit clips that they had were so unnecessary, and I just wanted them to get to the lip syncs the whole time, which goes, again, it does not need to be like a 2-hour show, it should just be like an hour and a half. But I thought all of the finale lip syncs were all really good. I thought that the first Silky and Brooklyn lip sync was definitely the best one. It was the most glued to the screen during that one. During Evie and Akira, I think we all knew Evie was gonna win. But Akira actually really killed that lip sync, and I was very surprised with her with that hair change. She had an interesting costume reveal that wasn't too obvious. And she pulled out some dance moves that, bitch, I did not know she had. And Brooklyn's goddamn shoe reveal in the first one was one of the best reveals that's ever been on Drag Race, and I feel like people are really skipping over it. And I don't understand why. It was so good. She revealed into goddamn point shoes. That the Edge of Glory lip sync honestly was kind of the least entertaining and least exciting out of the 3. The entire time I was waiting for Evie to do a reveal, so that's kind of a letdown. Although I think it's good that she didn't have one. The whole time I was waiting for one, so I don't know. I feel a little weird about it. Brooklyn with her reveal coat that said reveal everywhere, and then on the back it said here comes the reveal. That was obviously incredible. That was great. Again, I feel like people are kind of sleeping on that look. It was so good. Like one of the most creative looks for the finale that we've seen in a very long time, next to shower needles being a beer cup. Just kidding. Oh my god, that was a joke. But overall, I was happy with how this season ended. I'm enjoying the off season because I don't have to rush home on Thursdays to watch Drag Race. But what I do miss is all of the review shows and recaps. I'm gonna miss the Roscoe viewing parties, like, more than I'm gonna miss watching actual Drag Race. Like, at least Race Chaser is going to pick up and keep going with whatever seasons that they stopped on when, you know, All Stars 3 started or whatever. It's like, I feel like that's the best part of Drag Race, is like all of the podcasts and review shows and YouTube videos that come out about Drag Race. I don't know. I think a lot of people would agree with that. But I'm gonna stop rambling. I sound like a fucking idiot. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you agreed. If you didn't agree, please tell me what you disagreed with in the comments. I would love to know. I'd love to hear everyone's opinions. Make sure that you like the video, and if you didn't, then go ahead and dislike it. It's okay. I can handle it. Definitely subscribe to my channel, but most importantly, make sure you check the description and go follow me on Instagram, because that's really all that matters in this day and age. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day, a beautiful evening, whenever the hell you're watching this.